Hi there, I'm here again with another Twinmotion tutorial, this time with the Twinmotion Friday exercise, coming from the last Friday, I think 3 days ago, where the Twinmotion team shared this 3D model, this 3D building. I only added 3 more buildings behind what will be my camera, so I will have some reflections on the windows. But this is the scene. Of course, I have already characterized it with all the models, vegetations, and so on. So I'm not annoying you on positioning any stuff here. But anyway, this is the scene. So don't focus on this climbing vegetation inside the wall, because we are not seeing it. But this is the ambience. So I have all these 3D models, some models from the Twinmotion library, some models from my user library, and that's it. This is the interior, but I have nothing more because I'm not seeing this ambience. In addition to it, I have, of course, as you have noticed, all these climbing vegetation coming from, of course, my library, but all these models are are part of the Megascan library. I already created a video on how to do this kind of vegetation paint. Also, Twinmotion did it with a fantastic video, and of course, I leave you the link of both in the description. But also all these vegetation, not only the trees, but also the bushes and the turf, come from I think both Megascan, but also from Max 3. And about this, I created a video too, and of course I leave the link in the description. And if I remember correctly, the decals. I can't see the decals here. Oh yeah, the decals here. I have added a lot of decals here, so a lot of, let's say, layers on my walls. But as you can see, if I just turn off this container, you won't be able to see all these details, but also decals on the street. Yeah, as you can see here, and only because the decals will help you to have a more realistic surfaces. Of course, it depends on what you want to do. And last but not least, I think nothing. The decals were the last thing I wanted to say. But anyway, today I'm just creating a rendering, not a day scene, but a night scene. Of course, I will add at the end of the video also the day scene. But let's get started. So I'm creating the media here. I'd like to take just 20 seconds, I promise, to inform you that I'm creating the Twinmotion Masterclass learning portal, where I will guide you through the fantastic world of Twinmotion, whether you're a beginner or an expert. Click on the link in the description of this video to stay updated on all the news and secure an exclusive discount at launch. Register now using your email. Thank you so much for the support and enjoy the video. Of course, I'm using the path tracer, but at the moment I don't really care about the engine, only because I have to set all my camera image and so on. About the format, I think Full HD for the moment it's okay, because I have to do some tests before creating, of course, the final rendering. Of course, the camera is quite important, and I'm of course activating the grids, because I'm not a photographer, but I like to have everything centered like this. For the focal, let's just Yeah, maybe just 45. Like the volume on the TV only multiple of 5. Okay, something like that. Yeah, I think this could be a nice shot for us. And then, of course, update the scene. Yeah, I think the grid for the moment could be turned off. And then, of course, the parallelism. And about the sharpness, of course, always let's just put 40. Of course, I will change it if my test won't be so. Just not seeing right now that there's some wind, and I don't need some wind. Weather condition, wind speed 0, because we don't need to have some lags. I was saying, yeah, sharpness 40%. If it's too much detailed on the edges, of course I will decrease it, but I have to do some tests. After the sharpness, of course, the vignetting, but I'm just modifying it in a moment, and for now it's perfect. After that, of course, path tracer, just turning it on. Medium quality is perfect, and then let's add some darkness. Okay, so I'm enabling the HDRI, going to the library, HDRI, of course sky, and low sun, sun cloudy, and if I remember correctly, I have already downloaded some skies, dark skies. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, I don't, or this one. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't downloaded all these skies. Anytime using the same skies, but let's use this right now. It's okay. Okay. So this is the scene. Of course, I need to add some lights, but for the moment, I'm just turning my engine to lumen only for the rotation of the sky, because I want something, maybe like this. I'm changing the engine only because with the path tracer it is slower than with the lumen, so this is the only one reason I'm using lumen right now. So, because of course, if you change some parameter under lumen engine, some specific parameter, they will be the same, of course, with other engines, like the path tracer. And for now, I think it's okay. This could be our night scene. Of course, I have to change some parameters, but right now, I think it's okay. But quit media mode. Let me just add some lights, some artificial lights, because at the moment I don't have street lights. I don't have some god lights coming from the sky, so I have to add some artificial light. So I'm creating a container called lights, that active container. And of course, the most important thing to do with the lights before entering all the lights is having some lamps. In this moment, I have some spots here and 2 lamps, but it's important, of course, to have in the 3D your spots, or just adding in your Twinmotion scene some real lamps from where the lights will, of course, come from. And that's it. Of course, some lights, some spotlights here. Yeah, I'm just trying to do something like that. And I'm duplicating it. If I remember correctly, it was 2 meters half. So I'm instancing them this way. So G to duplicate to see the light, and of course duplicating. 1, 2, 3. So 3 and spacing 2 meters. Okay, so the lights are all perfectly positioned. Maybe only this one is missing, so I'm taking this one. This, of course, will be 4 meters, and that's it. So, last but not least, for these lamps, well, of course, you need the emissive light, the emissive material for the lamps, but of course for the spots here, as you can see. Well, 100, I think it's too much. Yeah, maybe 50, but of course we will change it when I'm changing the media settings. But for this, I will add a simple light here and maybe another lamp here, of course, as instances. I'm not modifying the parameters, but I will do it in a moment. And lastly, putting a light here. For this particular lamp, I'm not sure if this is the perfect lamp light, or I should use the omnidirectional light. I'm just trying. I'm not very sure, but let's say this could be perfect and something like that. Okay, so these are all the lights. So spots. This one. So the lining, and then of course this move to a new container, leaving. Okay, so it is everything organized. I already know that in this area and also in the upper floor, I won't have any lights, but I think I need some lights here only because looking at this apartment, at this villa from the outside, some lights coming from the other room could be more qualitative, more realistic. So right now I'm just faking a light, putting an aerial light here. Of course, 90 degrees. No, 95. 90 degrees. Yeah, now I can't see it very, very well, but of course I'm changing the, 3, 2. Changing the parameters. Okay. 5. Yeah, let me just put 4. Okay. 4. Yeah. For the attenuation, yeah, I need it to, of course, interest all the areas. So I maybe 7. Say 8. Of course. Okay. Then shadows, of course. For the temperature, maybe 6K. No, 6K, like this. And for the intensity, yeah, let's put 100, and then of course change it. And that's it. Then for the spots, the same thing. So the shadow, for the color temperature, maybe say 6K again. For the cone angle, I want something bigger, so maybe 150. Of course, I'm modifying this one, but I'm also modifying the entire spotlights group. And maybe 160. Okay. Attenuation 10 is okay, and for the intensity 300s, the 300 is really a huge value, so maybe I can put, well, I don't know, maybe 5, because I have a lot of lights here, so I don't want. Let me just turn the vegetation off so I can move quickly. Yeah, I was saying 5 is enough, I think, because I have a lot of lights here. I don't want it to be burned. For the lamps in the living room, in the living area, same thing here. So con angle. So this one, of course, the shadow. And the intensity here, maybe 1, only because here I'm very, very near to the sofa, so I don't need it to have a lot of power. And same for this one. Just 160, 6K, and of course, shadows. Last but not least, this is the very most important thing, I think, for the lights, is the radius. You are not seeing the radius here only because it works only with the path tracer. So you are selecting a specific light, then press the R button, and then, as for magic, the radius value is appearing. So I'm just modifying it, setting it as 15. Press R again, so I'm doing the same exactly thing with the other spotlights. So taking this value to 15, and for, of course, the living, the same thing. So press R and then 15. So I have all the lights with the radius value active. I don't remember, but for the area light, I think I don't have the radius value. Yeah, correct. But I don't care at the moment because this area light is really behind my main wall. As you can see, I don't have any different materials on the walls, on the pavements, only because I'm seeing this scene from far. So at the moment, I don't really care about it. But this, okay, is our preview right now. So we have a lot of light here. Yeah, I can see that the area light is too much. So I'm just hiding it, 50. Yeah, and let's say all the other lamps are perfectly set. I at the moment only want to modify all the settings. So here I don't have nothing to do. For the natural light here, I have nothing to modify, only because yeah, the ambient is okay right now, because if I'm increasing the ambient, the night scene will turn to a day scene. So right now I'm just leaving it as default. And for this, yeah, maybe for the sky, I'm to 0.5. Yeah, so everything is darker, but I will control the dark with another value. So for the camera, white balance, yeah, I think it's okay. For the highlight reduction, I have nothing to do, only because we don't have natural light. From the shadow boost here, of course, I can modify this value, and of course having a darker or cleaner or lighter scene. For the moment, let me just use something like that. But the exposure one, I think, is not correct. Let me just put 0.5. Yeah. Okay. Lens. Oh, yeah, the vignetting. Yeah, maybe a lower value. Okay. I really don't like this lamp here. No. Wrong. Okay, quit media mode. I'm just modifying. Oh, 1. Yeah, maybe 0.5. Same for this one. I think they are instances. No. 0.5. Okay. Let me just check it again. Because there is a lot of lights here. Yeah, maybe in this area. So for the dining, I'm using 0.5 as a value. And for the spots, yeah, let's say at the moment they are perfect. So the first test will be right now, quit media mode, and then start the export. Of course, I am rendering with the media mode, with the media path tracer mode, only because I want to see how the light is performing, and this is the final test. And right now I think it's okay. Maybe here there is too much light, and here I don't have any good light, and also this curtain is too dark. So let me just change something here. So this one, how can I do for you? Yeah, maybe you should be completely white. So let me just check it again. Oh yeah, the artificial lights. So the spotlights will be 10. We want more light here, and maybe 170. And then for the area light, yeah, I can't understand why I have. Let me just check it again. I have a lot of light here. Yeah, maybe I need to decrease the length, so maybe 1.5. And yeah, I think it's okay. Let me just check it again. Well, I don't really like this HDRI because it's not very, very dark as I was expecting, so maybe I'm changing it. Of course, the first time you are using a new sky, it needs to, of course, upload correctly. Just check the darker side of this sky. Yeah, maybe it was here. Yeah, let's say this is our sky. I think it's quite better than the other one. And then, yeah, maybe not 0.3, maybe 0.5, maybe 0.4. Okay. I don't know if the lights right now are perfect, but let's just try, because my final media rendering will take just a couple of seconds to be rendered. As you can see, the exporting time has already finished. I think in 10 seconds the render will be ready, and of course I will have the final result in a couple here it is. So this is the render from the previous version, and this is the new version. So right now, this is the new, this is the old, and yeah, here is more cold, and I really like it. But maybe I have to change the lights parameters, well, because from this render, the light I think was more soft, was softer, and here is a bit too much. So, particularly in this area. So I'm changing it again. So maybe not 10. I'm using 7.5 for the spots. I'm using for the, yeah, all the living was okay. If I'm lower. This one. Yeah, for the living, yeah, maybe I'm changing also the living. The living will be 0.25. The dining 0.2, no, 0.1. And the spots, I also want them to be higher. So maybe 180. Let me just check also where light is going. Let me just add a 0 here, another 0. Okay, I'm just putting this value only to see where the light is going, and I think right now it's okay. I don't remember, it was 7 or 7.5. Yeah, maybe 7.5. And last but not least, let me just check the render again. Yeah, maybe I'm decreasing a little bit or increasing a little bit the shadow boost from the camera. Say 8.8. Yeah, maybe something like that. And for the lens, let me just check the render again. The edges, yeah, maybe I'm decreasing the sharpness a little bit, 25%. And for the rest, I like reduction. Let me just put it at 1. And for the rest, everything is perfect, I think. Last test for this image. And then, of course, I will create the same render, but with the day settings. I will take, I hope, a few minutes to complete the day scene. But before it, I'm just see the final results here. So this was the previous, and this is last. Previous, last, previous, last. Yeah, I think I like more the last. And consider that this is only at full HD and only with medium quality. So I will have a really lighter, yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of artifacts. I will have a lighter scene, more detailed, and so on. But of course, you will see the final result at the end of the video. And maybe you have already seen it at the start. But let me just right now duplicate this render, this media, and of course rename it image 7. And for this one, I'm using, of course, another sky. And this sky will be sky, of course, morning, afternoon, cloudy. Well, I don't know. Okay. again, I'm turning my path tracer off only to see where is going my light. Yeah, I think something like that is okay because I have a lot of shadows here. And again, path tracer active. For this, the intensity is 1, of course. So the natural light, sun intensity 0 because I already have the light of the sun. For the ambient, I'm using I think 5. Some values like that. Yeah, maybe some values like that. Camera. Yeah, maybe magnetic this time. Higher. And for the exposure, this time exposure is 1. Highlight reduction. Yeah, maybe 1 or 1.5. 1.5. Only for the sky. Oh, I missed the FX for the night scene, but I will test it again later. For the white balance, I think 7K are more a hotter value is better. And for this one, the contrast, yeah, maybe I'm increasing it a little bit and decreasing the saturation here. Yeah, maybe so. And that's it. Let me just try with some lower value for the night scene and exporting them. So 6 and 7, start export again, and let's see the final results. Of course, I hope it will be the final test for the night scene, but for the day scene, I'm not very sure. Of course, I will change something when everything will be ready. I can see the final night right now. So this was the previous, this is the last. Yeah, it's more desaturated. Yeah, I think the one with the lower saturation value is better. This is hotter. This is a little bit colder, but I think it's okay. And here I have the medium quality day scene. And well, I think it's okay. Yeah, maybe all the lights are a little bit higher, but what I can do here is just using the view sets. So this rename is night, and I'm checking the box, and then copy, paste here as copy. And then, of course, I will have another view set called day. And for the day, what lights I need to decrease? All the lights. Yeah, maybe, of course, the area light. What I'm doing is, of course, duplicate all the lights here and using a specific view set. So the first lights group only for the night scene, and the day group only for the day scene, of course, about the lights. What I have to do, of course, is modify the media I've created, only because at the moment I have 2 groups of lights in each scene. Oh no, I missed Decals, exterior, and so on. Okay. And update this one. And lastly, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I just switched them. And this one, of course, the day view set plus exterior. And of course, I'm updating also the view set. Quit media mode. And lastly, the lights needs to be modified. So the area light is 20. What are these lights? Duplicating a lot of lights here. I don't know why this lights is here. Okay. Area light, so 20. Dining 1.1, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Maybe all the spots needs to be a little bit wide, so not 7, but maybe 3.5. Yeah. And then nothing. For the rest, maybe the contrast needs to be a little bit higher. Let me just pick this one. Maybe the sharpness also. I'm increasing it to 35. So better edges. And then for the effects, something like that. 60. And finally, I'm rendering. Yeah, let me just check it again. So I have the day scene with the lights from the day, and of course the other one with the lights from the night. Okay, perfect. I've not saved this model, and this is not something I'm suggesting you because Twinmotion, but any software in general could crash, so you should and you must save your project every 20 minutes, I think, or anytime you have finished something in specific. And right now I'm recording this video, but okay, here I have the final image. This is the previous, this is the newer. So this and this, this and this. Yeah, maybe I'm increasing a little bit the spots, but yeah, for the contrast, this is quite better. For the how it is called, the not this one. Yeah, the sharpness is better. Yeah, I think it's okay. And that's it. For the final rendering, I will of course render it off screen. The final settings for me will be for the samples 1024, and maybe for max bounces I think 15 is enough. And for the image 4K. Both for the day and the night scene. Of course, in a moment you will see the final result. But anyway, thank you so much for seeing this video. Quite a long video, but there were a lot of information to share. Thank you for supporting me, and if you need any help, any tips or tricks about Twinmotion, just drop a comment so I can create a video focusing on your needs. Again, thank you so much for supporting me, and see you very, very soon. Ciao!